Cecil John Rhodes was an English-born politician and businessman who lived during the 19th century. He was born on July 5, 1853, in Bishop's Stortford in England. When he was still very young, he moved to the British colony of South Africa, on the edge of the British Empire. At the time, South Africa was an economically underdeveloped region that was rich in precious natural resources. There was a rapidly growing market for South Africa's resources, and Rhodes went to live near the city of Kimberley, investing in the search for diamonds. It turned out to be a wise choice. Soon Rhodes amassed a remarkable fortune. By the time he was 20, he was already a successful man. Starting in 1873, he began dividing his time between studying at the University of Oxford and his business pursuits in Africa. He graduated from the university in 1881 and entered the Parliament of Cape Colony, an area in Africa's southernmost tip. Rhodes enacted an aggressive pro-business economic policy, acquiring several mining companies. In 1888, he founded De Beers Consolidated Mines, a giant in the mining business. His wealth gave him increasing influence. In 1890, he was nominated Prime Minister of the Cape Colony. A passionate supporter of English imperialist policy, Rhodes governed with the sole aim of favoring British interests. In 1894, he issued the Glen Grey Act, which allowed English companies to expropriate land from native Africans in order to search for mineral deposits. Rhodes also enlarged the British Empire's possessions, annexing territories that correspond with today's Zimbabwe and Zambia, which would later be renamed Rhodesia in his honor. He also tried to recapture the Republic of Transvaal, a territory rich in gold that had won its independence from Great Britain following a war fought a decade earlier between the English and the Boers, descendants of the first Dutch colonists. But the president of Transvaal, Paul Kruger, put a stop to Rhodes' ambitions. In an attempt to overturn Kruger's government, Rhodes supported an insurrection in 1895, the so-called Jameson Raid, named after Leander Starr Jameson, leader of the revolt. The attempt failed, and Rhodes was forced to resign as Prime Minister. His loss of political power did not affect his economic might. By the end of the 19th century, De Beers Consolidated Mines controlled 90% of the world's diamond market. Beginning in 1899, Rhodes participated in the Second English-Boer War, though he did not live to see its conclusion. Cecil Rhodes died in Cape Town, South Africa on March 26, 1902, a few months before the English won the war. He was 48.